Now, when people ask me if I have brothers or sisters, I just say I don't. But I did once, for a while. Tommy was my little brother. When he was 3, we were best friends. I remember on Saturdays we'd get up at 5 in the morning to watch cartoons and make so much noise that Mom and Dad would kick us out of the house. Then we'd go play on the swings, jump on the rocks in the creek, or just run around. Tommy fell ill the following autumn, however. We thought it was just a cold and not fatal. My parents did nothing about it because they assumed it would go away. The poor child was using half a pack of tissues every day, but it wasn't providing any relief. He was sneezing every minute, smearing snot everywhere. I couldn't spend much time around him unless my parents made me. That fateful day, we went outside for a run, but the cold made Tommy tired after a few minutes. That's how we ended up in the garage. We were just about to go back inside when he sneezed and, as he often did, splashed me with his snot. Suddenly, he started screaming about his cold and how he was tired of sneezing on everything. He sneezed on me again, and that's when he lost his temper. Dad's tools were hanging on the wall. Tommy reached over and grabbed a hammer. He hit himself in the face with it 4 or 5 times, until he fell down. Then he hit himself again, and again, and again. I stood there in shock. I couldn't believe what had just happened. Coming out of my trance, I wanted to help Tommy, but stopped when I got close to him. I tried several times to remember what his face looked like, but I couldn't. Here's all I remember. His nose was smashed, along with his teeth and the upper part of his face. His skull was completely cracked open, and something was moving inside. Something was sliding over part of his shattered skull, and for a second I thought it was a giant living booger. In a way, it was. It was a slug, the first of several living in his nasal cavity. They all produced mucus, which is why he sneezed so much. Because of the way it happened, I think my parents told everyone that Tommy died in an accident. But my high school friends didn't buy it, so when they asked me how Tommy really died, I told them the same thing I told the cops, and the shit I just described to you above. But that's not how Tommy really died. You see, Tommy was a toddler and wouldn't have been able to get to his daddy's hammer. But I could.